Hello and welcome to Rebellion of the True Heir. And where we last left our rebels, they came back from their journey and had spent some of their downtime hanging out, doing some stuff, crafting new items, uncovering new, awakening a king that was long in slumber, and quite the journey, as well as meeting some of the denizens of the town. You do have prospects and places you can go off now. There is a monk temple that's really interesting to head towards eventually. You also have a couple garrisons you need to take care of.
Yeah.
The garrisons aren't like timed. There's no time limit on them, so you guys can actually go to the temple if you guys want and explore the abandoned monk temple and see what you guys can find.
I think that was the last thing we agree on.
Mm-hmm. That's what I
Do you
thought.
have 2 months?
It is kind of interesting. Yeah. What is this?
May as well go over the details with what they want us to do with the garrisons. If they want us to just kind of do it the way we did it last time, or we can. Of course, we can always. We got time for it. I don't mind going to see what a monk's monastery looks like. Never seen one myself.
Hob is not in the room, but Hob is excited.
Byron's just like looking over. He has like a to-do list. It's like a little like side note on his like with his fucking whatever it's called, the star map. The things to do, not die. Check. I'm assuming that. Well, what would Alencia be doing right now? Because I know Koarl's going to be mostly teaching Bubbles and mostly teaching them common.
Yeah.
And maybe helping Hop learn a little bit of Aquan.
Yeah.
For sure, Alencia is just going to be watching a Koarl from the looks of it.
Yeah.
What the?
And Druko will actually hand to be here for him to do that. And Byron and extra practice.
Yeah.
Practice more secret handshakes.
Oh yeah, it's a daily routine. We got to make sure we get it right.
Every time.
Is Rakan and Charles both here?
Yes. Rakan returns after his trip, and he actually brings Hata with him this time.
Right then. Perfect timing. Greetings, Rakan. Greetings, Charles.
Greetings, Itchi.
Greetings.
So, Charles left before what happened. So I will explain a little about a blessing we received. We received a blessing from Seviroth that essentially allows us to see souls and other such things. When taking a look at Rakan, there was oddly a figure behind him that looked very similar to you, Charles.
Charles doesn't have his helmet on, but he cocks an eyebrow.
So,
So does Rakan like looking at Itchi like,
so
go on.
with you here today, I would like to use the blessing to, I guess, confirm. Because if I see Rakan behind you, Lord Charles, then that would confirm that the one behind Lord Rakan is you, and vice versa. If neither of you have any issue with me doing this.
I don't see any problems in it. What do you say, Charles?
Skeptical, but curious.
Well then, I'll now proceed to do that. I will now look at Charles with Ceralus's sight.
All right. As you look at Rakan and at Charles, it is like they are one. You see basically them as one. You almost see almost a pole. Like normally what you would see is some shadow of themselves beside each other, but almost like pulling between the two halves, almost colliding.
So like the red thread of fate or something?
Basically what you would normally see is like the shadow of Charles by Rakan and the shadow of Rakan by Charles, but you see both basically at the center of the table, half and half as one. Like a ghost. Almost as if they're drawn towards each other. As if they are one.
Well, that does confirm it. For some reason, you both have a connection. As the two halves of each other from both of you are currently trying to connect. There's this metaphorical string right here, and she'll pluck at the air of where it is between you two. So for some reason, both of your souls are connected. My mother is not happy. She's not happy because my niece apparently is drawing on the walls.
What do you mean, Itshi?
As I stated, behind Rakan, when I looked at him earlier with my sight, was a shadowy version of you. And behind, well, not at this time, because currently both of your pieces are currently trying to connect to each other in the middle here. But essentially, in some form, some way, your souls are connected, as best as I can tell. But I'm no expert in this field.
Charles would look to Rakan. That would explain that headache we had when we shook hands.
That would indeed explain everything. But what does this truly mean, then, Charles?
It's the simplest thing I can say. Again, I'm no expert. maybe the piece of Charles that's in Rakan and the piece of Rakan that's in Charles are trying to go back to each other. Or something. Maybe another... I guess maybe another contact with each other might fix that, but I'm not too sure. I will be right back. I am being called. I am sorry.
Byron's just in the background,
That
just
is
like
some
hyping this shit up.
timing.
I know.
Yeah.
I could just hear how angry his mom sounded, just like, oh shit, is he in trouble now?
Mom, not on D&D night.
Oh god.
Mom, I'm role playing right now.
Mom, my
Oh
friends are
God,
gonna
we're
make fun
gonna
of me and I'm
get-
gonna see it in the pod.
The king has
So
been
far,
like,
boy.
the king has been kind of like sitting up in his like coffin, kind of just his ears perk up when Itchi's speaking all these things to Rakan and Charles, and he looks like he's listening into the conversation intently.
I am also listening intently because I'm worried that her using those eyes are gonna cause trouble. So
Next truck will like like almost like an arm around a shoulder, but it's like one of his hair hands arms, and he like leans in close. He's like, "Damn, all this jibber jab about things is kind of making me curious." What do you
know,
think?
right?
What parts do you think are going to be more dominant?
All
I'm
right.
sorry. What?
If they're one, if they combine, what happens? What parts become more prominent than the others?
I just imagine like, is Rakan like a skinny guy?
Rakan is lean, but not, overly physical strong, but he does have some muscle build, but he's more lean, athletic build, where Charles is like bulky, strong.
Yeah, Byron leans over to the next to him. He's like, I imagine it's like Rakan in like a huge suit of armor, like a toothpick in a glove.
Do you think they're gonna get like frosted tips?
Oh, that should be kind of sick, man. We should see if they do that. That'd be crazy. There's just this two bros, just like, bro, that's so weird, yo. Oh man, she's gonna give him the stink eye. That should be good.
The king will finally like just like hop out of his coffin and like walk on over. I heard you talking about these two individuals. You can see their souls. Correct?
That is right.
Do you know, and you're saying they're connecting.
Yes.
Do you mind sharing sight with me?
I don't particularly know how to share it. I know who gave it to me, and they could possibly give it to you as well, but if you know a way of sharing it.
I'm here then. He'll hold up his hand. Like, do I have permission to into your mind for a moment?
Yes.
All right, he touches your head.
Right.
Since you're willing, no saving throw.
It's not like I could pass it anyway.
You have full control. He's just able to see through your eyes now.
I see.
And you'll see him like, without moving his head is like directly looking at you. Ooh, that is interesting. And it's kind of
Yeah.
weird. He's like staring directly at you as if like completely zoned out or like spaced. And that's
What do you
I've
mean,
never
Your
seen
Excellency?
it. I have a theory, and he lets go of your head. His eyes kind of like start vibrating almost, and then focal, or go back to like focused. He rubs his head, and he's like, haven't done that in a while. I have a theory. There once, a long time ago, were some beings managed to split their souls among their ancestors, I guess, or descendants, sorry. And in doing so, their lineages would, after death, that soul would find a new host over time, still split but drawn to each other. Do you understand? I think these beings are ones drawn to each other again. They're just different people, split away. Whether or not they combine again, you're just completing pieces of a whole.
What could that mean?
It could mean many things. Could also be dangerous. You don't know. I don't even know. Curious. Kinda want to see what happens. But also, I don't want anyone to be in danger if I'm incorrect. I think more research on this is appropriate.
There
Or
you go.
if you're or if you're just very curious, just let it happen. But who knows what that could do.
Well, I believe you have
Well,
for now.
I wouldn't say take the chance right now, since it would be potentially dangerous for either me or Charles. But it might need some more looking into, so to speak. If you do agree, Charles, of course.
I agree. I think looking into like this would be a good plan. Not to do anything brash.
I must say, you said that they were from several lineages. How does that explain my case? Because I seem to be the most diverse from what I can tell.
Like I said, the soul finds a new host, and it is many splits. Some of them probably are still in the flow, ready to be brought back again. I always wonder if the teachings of
Lord,
the
I'm here.
Farseers are ever still taught. Do they teach about the Farseers in your kingdom, Itshi?
There's bits and pieces. Although speaking to Biran is probably better since he is attuned to the stars.
The one I owe my life to.
Heck.
Yo.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome back.
Druko walks up to Koarl and hands him a bag, but he does open up the bag and shows you what it is. You see a bag full of many candies. Once you get in here,
Carl Pogs. His eyes widen. Give me like 3 seconds, it's loading in.
yep. So you said you're moon diver, so there's others. Just curious.
Very much so. Like Druko over there. He also has several.
He sits there pondering for a moment. He smiles. I'm sure fate or whatever has. I'm sure your souls know what they're doing. So, here's a good question for you, Itshi.
Yes.
Do you know any place where I could go to perhaps hire some mercenaries or people of interest? I mean, like cities or towns outside your kingdom, I might. Since your whole ordeal and things, I don't want to get in the way.
You mean like here?
This place doesn't have all the prospects I need. I figured I might look somewhere a little different.
This place does provide a lot of benefits since it's on the border.
Oh, I probably will be returning as it is the closest town to my old kingdom. But, I need to look for...
Excuse me, Your Excellency, but where do you mean your old kingdom is seated at?
Oh, my bad. My old kingdom, on your maps, it's now some place called the Ironwell Forests.
Really now? I have even heard of there ever being a kingdom. I know there were a subsidiary state to the greater empire that my ancestors took over back in the day. I remember there were some stories about that, but I never knew there were an entire kingdom, so to speak, lost to the woods.
My kingdom was around before the Oros dynasty. Well, the Oros dynasty was just a couple tribes in a small western side of the continent. Before the fall of my kingdom. And that's probably why you don't know very much of my people. Which is an interesting thing. I still feel there are many of my kind around. I wonder what happened.
Potentially like what happened with our kingdoms, a disaster happened that have given a quite a setback.
Many theories. My death was a calculated risk.
But I wish to say that when I reclaim my territory, I wish to offer help at least, because only to make sure that we can stay as good neighbors in case that you manage to reclaim yours, of course, and rebuild your kingdom, in a sense.
That would be most... Relations are good in newer kingdoms, and alliances grow strong bonds. Another kingdom I also want to look into is the Myriads. Do you know if the Rabbit Folk kingdom... Oh, right. Never mind. I remember speaking to the little one saying the kingdom was raised. Perhaps if we can find more on them and their kingdom, we could learn, perhaps help them as well. Myriads were the pioneers to magic during my heyday. They were the policing force for magic, as well as the proprietors to the first schools. I'm sure they had things about that in your kingdom. Even after my kingdom was gone, they were still prosperous.
I am not sure. They might have fallen sometime after yours, because from the records I've been looking at, there isn't much information. But a lot of information was lost during the calamity, so to speak. So there might be hidden vaults of knowledge all about the kingdoms, or where they used to be, so to speak.
Itshi would have minor knowledge of the Myriad Kingdom, just that it did exist, and some of the oldest members of a lot of the noble families have gone to school there, namely the Aryan family, the sister and brother, Hiriam and Arlit. Your father would have went. The Von Shadra triplets, sort of triplets. And yeah,
Alright,
the other ones are newer.
okay. Explains all that.
Yeah. Charles is also a newer family, so he wouldn't have known about that. At least right away. It's an interesting nobility. What the... This is a small question, but what kingdoms are around this area specifically?
Is he pointing to anywhere particular?
No, they just want to know what other kingdoms besides the Scalect Dominion And the
Alright.
strange one outside.
Alright.
To the east of the mountains, as you see there, points to the Feywild, is the Feywilds, so to speak. It's
The-
kingdom
the
or
new
empire for the Fey.
The new continent, I don't remember being connected to land, yes.
Not connected. What do you mean?
He told the one with the map that land was not there. I don't know where it came from.
Isn't there rumors that they brought a piece of the Feywild
They
or some shit?
literally stole it from the Feywild.
Explains that.
That makes more sense.
The fuck?
Explaining that they're elves and everything. He would, depending on what type of elves, they probably would have been obsessed with the Feywild and believed that they're the rightful heirs to them. They just took it with them. What of other places?
There is also another kingdom that is not on the maps, so to speak, just yet, because they have still not made their grand step up from the ruins, so to speak. But I'm sure they will soon come to go public with a public proclamation. And then, of course, there is the empire of the Mountain Isles to the north of the sea.
The Ashlands, yes? The mountains where the dragons generally were, and the Ashlands where the Phoenix Kin and the Ashen Elves were. I haven't really visited in a long while. How are the dragons of the... What was that continent called? I think it was just called the... I think it was just the Ashlands.
Sorry to say this, but the continent of Aslands doesn't really exist anymore. It's more like a large volcanic island.
Oh no, the Ashlands is the full continent again. But there is a gigantic city the size of like 3 Londons that is on the coast that is the closest ally to the Scalect Dominion at the moment. That you would know about.
Oh, right. I just thought that the Drania's empire and the Aslands were not connected, so to speak, so that's why I were a little bit confused by the statement.
Originally they weren't. Before your party member used the wish spell.
Ah.
So that's why you probably would have remembered it. That's on your teammate. XD. I've been told about the crystal forests being completely gone. Are there still people that live there?
The leftovers of both nations when the big war happened just before the cataclysm have degraded into raving bands of bandits, scavengers. And there are some disturbing rumors, also cannibals potentially in the area, but
That's I'll have to be careful when roaming those lands, I guess. I will take mercenaries with me.
Oh. So what does Hop learn from the book?
Ah,
Yes.
good question. You're reading more. What was this book? Like the big, gigantic book?
No, it was the book that I found in this bookshelf here about the underground of the. I think it was of the Bessel family.
Oh. Yes. So I think this was would have been in early history. So in this one, it would have been during the early days of the Horus dynasty,
Mm-hmm.
before it became a full kingdom. Bastos families are one of the oldest families next to the Severus family and the Aaron family. They're like the three oldest.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, while excavating the northern lands closest to the territory of Clan Basilisk, they uncovered a cavern system hundreds and hundreds of miles, eventually leading into a chasm. This chasm, at first, they thought it was absolutely pitch dark and was thought to be spacious but full at the same time, as it kind of looked like it was a deep cavern because light you could see from the roof, but no light could enter this cavern. It wasn't until the walls around them started moving that they realized, oh, maybe that's why the light could not go any further. It's a giant serpent that stretched across this massive chasm revealed itself. A black-scaled snake with green teeth and piercing yellow eyes.
Man, they hiding some shit down there.
The snake was dubbed the Devourer.
Devourer.
Yes.
Okay.
Or the ever-hungry abhorrent, sorry.
Hop will like skim through the pages, like very interested in the like all the description of this devourer. And
They
yeah.
don't know how long or big the snake is, but the head itself was as big as a castle.
Oh shit. Alright.
When it spoke, it felt like your eardrums were going to implode. It started using animal messengers to start speaking to the Basilisk tribe. They started worshipping it as almost a god. Reading upon further, it became a symbol of the dynasty. As long as this snake stays alive, then their dynasty will never fall.
Makes sense.
Massively deep religion. And its roots are still in Scalect Dominion's laws and everything. So it hasn't really changed. Basilisk family is the most powerful. Well, there once 3 families. There is a new king and queen and everything, but their main council member, who has most of the influence, has always been the Basilisks. Do you think they get away with the most crime? Or at least illegal activities? If they are the keepers of the snake, the keepers
Oh,
of the dawn,
okay.
the keepers of the dynasty's reign.
Damn. Hop will slowly, after reading all this, will close the book, still processing of what he read, and he's very interested in this devourer, but has also like his full-on respect, like on the whole handling of this gigantic serpent. And then he will put the book away and join the others again.
Alright, sounds good.
What's Byron doing?
Snickering and trying to figure out what Charles and Rakan would look like, and which parts of them would like be dominant over each other. Do you think?
Yeah, like
do
Rakan.
you think Charles's height would be the most dominant?
Oh, absolutely. That would be a riot.
Or-
Simple. Just put them together. Literally.
You're over there. You don't hear us snickering. Only Rakan hears us snickering, and then we're like, "Oh, don't just wait."
Which Charles are we talking about?
The one that isn't a giant sloth.
Do you think the
Okay.
scales are gonna?
He looks down disappointed.
What do you think the scales are gonna appear?
Oh man. Oh man, Koarl, you gotta draw this.
Huh?
His
I mean, you
skills for-
dabble in doodling a little bit, don't you?
Yeah.
Now just imagine the Rakan over there in in Charles's bulky suit of armor. What do you think that would look like?
Wait, who are you talking about? Out of character.
Do we have
Rakan-
actual like,
Rakan,
picture of Charles?
Oh yeah,
It was just a
Charles right
picture-
here.
It was just a picture, like, not like super skinny, but he's like making it sound like he's super skinny.
Is he
Rakan,
super
and like
skinny?
that's just what he's imagining.
Okay. Yeah, he'll. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. Just as a heads up.
What does Charles look like underneath it all? I'm trying to remember.
Person.
Um,
So is there anything else?
Not sure.
Huh.
You just
Alright.
see him like he just like face over the paper, just like stalking it. It's like
Uh,
Uh,
Mastila will sit himself up, walking with his cane. I got to get going to my tower, but if any of you ever need me, you can send me a message via sending, well, anyway, send any of these proprietors here, and I shall be able to contact. Or if I believe there's an emergency, I will contact you instead.
Alright.
See ya.
Have a good day.
You as well. All of you have a wonderful adventure. I'll be back.
I will say sorry for all the interruption.
It happens.
No worries, man.
Yeah, I have my
I
niece
just
in my
returned.
room.
Sorry
and
about that.
Welcome back.
Koarl
It's
immediately goes
okay.
down and goes back to drawing.
And I just got my niece to go to sleep, so shouldn't be any more for right now.
Nice.
Nice. No more wall drawing.
Whale dog noises.
Yeah, it's just been dot.
I pet them.
But really, sorry for the interruptions.
Oh, it's
Oh, you're good.
There
You
were
get it.
interruptions. I wasn't talking. I wasn't talking for a full like. What? 10, 5, not sure. I wasn't keeping track.
It's not the kind
I was waiting for
talking
the
about.
cool kids table to get active.
Fury will walk up to, well, like, with a continuation of their talk with Biran.
Yes. Brass task. No more jokes for now. Looks away from Rickon.
Let's see. One. Next time you go to a abandoned place, perhaps spreading some plants around would be good. Allow the nature to take, well, I guess, somewhat take back what was lost in an abandoned place.
What?
Byron becomes a gardener.
No, he already promised that he would like try to set up like didn't you say shrines in places where there is like abundant life but not like active shrines? Kinda help with druidcraft? Give back to nature and all that? I believe that's what they went over last time.
I think so too.
And she will also smile and be like, I also can teach you some magics that may not be as known to druids as they once were. I'm adding some
Ooh.
new spells to your inventory. They actually are some spells that I didn't realize she had and are unique.
Quirky.
What?
Quirky.
What level spells can you cast? Oh, you can't cast
Quirky
fourth
level.
Alright,
Quirky.
so you got
I
something
can-
called Revive Beast, which allows you to touch a creature or beast that you've... let's say Dot dies, you can revive them.
What do you mean
Let's say
she'll
Dot
die?
takes damage, you can use Cure Beast, which allows you to heal them, like Cure Wounds. And
But
you
Cure
also
Wounds
get
doesn't heal them?
spell Ancestor Strength. It's a level 1 spell, allows a creature to create a carrying capacity of a large-sized creature. Allows them to basically have siege as well. Or, well,
Okay.
more like be able to break objects as if they're a large object, or large. And advantage on strength checks. It lasts
my
8
God,
hours.
Just mix that with me, please.
It's
I will.
it's also okay, it's concentration, but it lasts. Oh wait, no, Find Familiar is what? It says concentration. Okay, but it lasts so long.
That's okay. He's got Warcaster.
Yeah. But yeah, new spells. And when you get further in stuff, she'll have more things for you to add to it.
Awesome.
Epic.
She's gonna be your local new druid spells, Lel. As well as like
Koarl is holding
new
Dot close.
new things on like druids and the possibility of starting your own guess, circle in a way.
Technically,
We
it's already
own
started.
circle.
I'm meaning like because you guys are going to be doing sort of like kingdom building here. So you guys will
Basically,
be
your
able
own
to build your
like,
own shrine and stuff. And
druid
as well
grove would
as
probably
the
be
monks
the
will be
road.
able to build their own stuff. Koarl will be able to start his own school if he wanted to. Because they'll be, well, your characters will be old enough, or like way older, and gone through quite the journey.
Damn.
Some may be retiring, so they're really old.
Byron.
Man, you didn't have to do my man like that.
Man,
Fuck.
the poor guy.
Druko.
Oh, Druko. Yeah. Definitely, yeah.
No, he's
course.
actually ancient, though.
Oh, damn.
All right, time to put him to his
Druko's
rest.
like... Druko would be
Ex-
considered a
I
elderly...
prepared your bed.
Actually, Grandpa.
Don't
He's
don't.
That
he's
isn't a joke.
211 years old. Leave him alone. He wants his retirement. Damn it.
Don't worry, Druko. I'm just putting you out of your misery.
That will actually
Grandpa!
cause more problems than it solves.
I haven't seen you
Uh.
since ever.
Oh my god.
Oh, actually, Charles will walk up to Druko.
Oh no.
Choke
Uh,
him
What did
out.
I do?
And he will
You
tap
fucking
you
kill
on
him.
the shoulder.
Oh god.
With a sword.
Hello there. So, I have a curious question.
Eh?
Do you have any family in the ice fields?
Charles could fucking insight check him.
Oh boy. How?
Okay, so he doesn't see that he doesn't see that Druko kind of stiffens and is suddenly trying to map out all the exits in this room.
Hey, maybe roll a deception then.
Can
Only
it beat a
fair.
9? It probably can.
I think a 16 beats a 9. I
Oh,
didn't
no, I think
pass
the 9 might be
math, but
higher.
that might be correct.
Hmm.
Oh no, I think the 9 might be higher, just a little bit.
You win this day.
I'm
Uh,
looking. I'm looking. Ah.
Does Druko respond in any way, or does he just sit there like a cornered hyena?
I mean, you can make a perception to find out.
Zurka,
It,
I
think
you
you have
can
to do
answer
something.
me.
who put you up to that question?
Also,
That is the most suspicious answer I've ever heard.
I think I'm gonna go take my lead somewhere else. I don't wanna. Atmosphere is weird.
Well, I still have to talk to you about it anyway. There is a little settlement in the ice fields that has a port town, Druko. It currently has quite a few Koarl residents, and a small little merchant that looks like a tiny spitting image of you. Minus the, slightly different color, but he has your eyes. It's strangely your determination. was
Do
just
a Quaddle sweat is the question.
well, you're
Moist.
you're a Noetalite, so you don't exactly sweat. You secrete. You secrete your poison glands. Because this would be considered threatening.
Let's do an intelligence check to see.
Rick
To
Khan
see
sitting in the
if I can
background just enjoying the
remember.
show.
Yeah, so is Byron. Wow, it's always gets good when they start talking like this.
Hob leans
no.
into Byron.
So-
Drama!
Usually it's a DC 10.
Koarl pretends to walk away, but he hides behind this shelf and just starts peeking around the corner. It's quite obvious, actually.
Alright.
So, do I remember
Yes.
anything? Oh no.
Uh, you remember having a few kids back in the day, or like, well, actually, it was like 50.
Didn't you say a brood was like what, 30 to 30 or something?
Usually, it's like
Womp was an almost mature. He was like,
he's Plump, from what I remember, is like slightly older than Koarl,
yeah,
What, like
like
22?
40 or something.
40? That's not slightly. He's like twice my age.
yeah. No, he was
How
like,
old is
he was
Koarl?
30.
21.
No,
Oh,
no, Womp is like 30.
Oh.
But that's still like not fully mature for an Aquaddle. He's another. He's a interesting one named Plump. He runs a merchant cart. Strangely enough, not really sure where he came from. The party that kind of found him doesn't really know if he's. I don't understand the Koarl traditions. But is it normal for them to leave after so young? They look so tiny.
typically they stay with the tribe, or I guess in their case, settlement until they reach full maturity at 50. But if looks at Koarl, looks back.
He no, as soon as you
No,
glance over
you
at him,
turn
he just
around,
like
there's
walks
no one
BG
around.
He's gone. he just steps back as soon as you turn to look at him. As soon as you turn back, he just like peeks back out the corner.
Wait, at the
I'll make a stealth check.
So we are.
Well, I was
Alright,
just
hold
gonna
on,
use
hold on.
just gonna use your passive stealth because you're
My
kind
my
of
passive stealth beats that.
yeah, it does.
he's gone. Wait,
Out of sight, out of
Oh.
mind.
I was going to use the other as an example, but it's unusual for them to be away from their tribe or community until maturity.
Fortunately, I think I should probably tell you some of the prospects that I have found while my efforts to help take back the land. I found out that a lot of the villages and broods and things like that were mostly destroyed by the, mixture of the Scalect Dominion, Oros Dynasty, Basilisk tribe, and as well as, the shard mines that came after. I expelled the ones out of the City of Metal. I recently heard that the ones were heading to the city of Ayr next, and I think they finished recently before I arrived.
City of Glass.
City Glass, yes. This next prospect is the City of Fire, but I'm here now, and perhaps we may have to send others there eventually. And perhaps finding your lost kids would be a good idea, because they might be in danger. Or even just your kin in general. Chainbreaker.
He's going to physically roll his eyes when someone else refers to him as that. I really hate that title.
But you're stuck with it.
Yet it's the title of a hero. Especially in the
prefer
eyes of your kin.
Would you prefer Shackle Shatterer?
Or, even more fitting, the Liberator.
We are not tiefling. Why do we have titles?
That has been the naming convention of all three of my characters. They have a single word name and a title following it.
Isn't that just the Quaddles?
Yeah.
That's how I started doing it. I'm not sure if that's like
Yeah, they don't exactly have, like, last names. They usually
Son
just...
of.
It's usually, yeah, like, son of... Usually. Of, like, one of
Or
the
daughter
parents,
of.
Or daughter. And, or, like, a title they are given or get at some point. Usually in the tribes, there's, like, titles given to people who do jobs, like, exception. Or talents and stuff. Charles will still look at your go. There will be a ship heading there soon. If you want to go help your kin, there is a spot on the ship for you, Jerko.
unfortunately a contract ties me here. So unless I can get how one would say
Charles will look to Rakond and be like, there's some... I actually think this would be a good idea on both our prospects. Since we are allies anyways, gaining land and favorship in another continent may actually be beneficial. Especially when being able to get new soldiers and things for this rebellion. Don't you think?
I was also just going to say that, Druku, if you need to go and take care of family or kin, I will give you permission to do so, because that's the only thing we truly do have in this world is kin that we can rely on. So I would say give you permission with the power invested in me as your liege lord, giving you permission to go and help your kin, your house, and your line, if you need to.
the only reason I would have to return to the ice fields is to return those that were taken there. And unfortunately, those that were released from House Basilisk have been contracted into your army.
Charles will interrupt you a little bit. But you know how the enslavement of the Koarls was apparent in the Dominion. Frederick, one of my companions, has informed me that they just released a bunch of Koarls and other kin out of a prison encampment, enslaved to mine some drugs and other crystals and things. Your people are being treated poorly. Not only that, dwarves, kobolds, all the other races that are not even shard mines are being mind controlled to do things, do their bidding. One, it's a chance for us to help a land that is being ravaged and cannot be, are being basically controlled. And also a prospect to gain allies. And I think, Druko, you'd be the best to help with that, given that your kin look up to you. Your name is quite out there, even in the ice fields.
And yet you are doing, at least in part, what I have been trying to dismantle for well over a century.
Your people will be not harmed, or I'm not looking to be. I'm not the leader here. I'm not to be Rakan's job. And with he more than likely will not do the same mistakes that the others have. Your oppression of your people is wrong, or if any, I guess.
Oh boy. Was that supposed to be rolled privately?
Yes.
Oh. Feel like I need to insight now.
Carl's looking at this,
Huh.
sipping tea.
You feel like that last part was strangely a lie. You're just... It's weird that he is lying about it, as he is, but perhaps there's a different meaning to it. He probably doesn't mean your people. Probably just doesn't believe full oppression, or at least a little bit of it. But also, he isn't the full leader, or will be. Won't really be a full leader. Probably. And slipping through the cracks.
Trying to think how to respond to that. I would be careful with aspirations such as yours, Von Lagarth. the title that I carried before people started referring to me as the Chainbreaker is not one I'd wish to return. I will also not trick people into signing themselves into a less than beneficial alliance. The ice fields needs to be left out of it.
Meaning having, I don't mean we have to rule over, I'm meaning having allies to the rulers that will be there would be beneficial. Seeing as you're already a denizen of the ice fields, it'll be a lot easier if you're the envoy.
I am not a denizen of the ice fields. My tribe is from the Argus Isles. If they're still even there.
Argus Isles has been mostly untouched by most kingdoms. It's because most of the kingdoms that have tried got attacked by the barbaric tribes of the Isles. What I'm meaning is being an envoy of a Koarl, one who is generally a common denizen of the ice fields, would be better represented. And you're a better choice than, say, me or a clone. And we can't send any one of the basilisks because you know how that would happen.
They would probably be put to the gallows.
Exactly, especially since the cannibal fiasco, mostly involving Yuan-Ti and other scaled kin. So, best to have a better emissary to represent us. Well, we could send Nyx, that's also true. But I don't know if sending our mad changeling off. Well, what do you think, Rathond? Or we could let Sua out and get her to send off that way.
We could send Sewer, that would free up. Because then she at least would be able to do something instead of just sitting locked behind bars. Use the assets we have at hand, I would rather say.
Still would prefer they'd have someone to watch them. Looks at
I'm
Draco.
I'm going to send you something in DMs.
Okay. Okay. Well, either way, the boat is ready to go when you just let me know and I'll let them save your ticket. To wife, or soon to be wife.
I guess he's going to the ice fields then.
So they're done
Oh,
with the
damn.
conversation.
Yep.
Well, I'm so glad I didn't hear any of that. I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Koarl.
Hi.
Next stroke under his breath. He was right there the whole time.
No, I wasn't.
Under his breath, no one heard him.
No.
Oh, except Byron.
He says under his breath.
Because he's still.
Just under his breath, he's like,
No, I wasn't behind there. No, I definitely wasn't. And I promise I wasn't.
I guess that settles all the talking, right?
Does that? I had trouble paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, didn't you leave?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to pay attention when you ain't here.
I was asleep.
Fair enough.
Does my passive insight of 14 see through this?
let me just.
Koarl's
Let me,
passive deception.
But
13.
what-
Unle-
Slightly.
Ruka has a slight hinge.
Raises non-existent eyebrow.
Eyebrow ridge
Koarl
goes. Eyebrow ridge raises.
my helmet's eyebrow raises.
Just eye goes
Why?
larger.
Hold on. Why is the eyebrow on the helmet?
I'm a fucking wizard, bro. I'm a fucking wizard.
Bubbles hat.
That's normal. It's just made out of slime.
Mine's just a regular ass bucket, bro. I don't know what you're worried about. It blinks.
Sweats.
It's a bucket.
Bucket doesn't have eyes. Proceeds to blink.
It's
I don't know.
been the whole time.
Oh wait, no, the mimic has eyes.
That's my backpack. I'm talking about the one on my head.
Here's an interesting
Alright.
question. What
God, that's
happens
annoying.
if we put Koarl in the mimic bucket?
He is eaten.
Tasty
Alright,
snack.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
My niece woke up. I got her to sleep, damn it.
The king decided to go sit at his coffin again.
I hope that other guy's doing alright.
Alright then. Is everybody ready to go on our way to our next adventure or whatnot?
Only thing I wanted to do before we go off, maybe, or maybe while we're going on, I don't know. Koarl,
Yeah?
could I join you in your class, when you teach Bubbles Common, so I could pick up some Aquan on the way? I want to learn it.
No, that's fine.
Thank you.
Nice. Alright. It was gotta be a party before venturing forth.
We're all over
I-
you.
I have a dumb question. Is Gripply to Ogwen like Cajun is to French?
I thought it was like how, Australian is
Cajun?
to actual, like...
Never heard that. I've never
Okay,
heard that
so
expression.
Creole came about from French settlers in the Louisiana territory where they bastardized the entire language. It's still made up of primarily French words, but you can't understand anything.
So,
Well,
I don't...
sounds kind of right. Like I get like Gripply to Arquin is like I get like the topic of what they are talking about, but not the exact words. So it's basically like an accent.
Yeah. Sorry, your accent was too thick.
Indeed, best example.
Yeah. So are we? I assume we're gonna go to the monk temple first.
Yes.
Monk Temple. Hop is excited.
Oh, yeah, speaking of which, how much common does
Well, I
the
wish your
Bubbles actually
party.
know?
What is it called?
I said, how much common does Bubbles actually know? Like, since we started our downtime.
Bits and pieces.
Okay. Do they say that?
That's what they said last time.
Oh, okay. I was just imagining they said that. Sorry.
Bits and pieces.
I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is exactly what they said last time. Just like, do you get any of that?
Bits and pieces.
Oh yeah, Rakon, you mentioned something about our next thing involving garrisons, and it's not like a time-sensitive thing, but is there any kind of rundown you can give us in case we happen to be in the area? I mean, never hurts to have a kind of a game plan going, you know?
If you can turn them to our side, which I would prefer, then do so. If you need to put them to the sword, do so, but do it quickly and without necessary pain.
I'm gonna go with let's go with Plan A, and we'll put a pin in that second part.
Remember, this time you do have a direct way to contact either myself or Rakond.
Yeah, who has that?
You
Alencia.
and Alencia each have a sending stone that is linked to ones that we have.
Why don't I get a sending stone?
They're all four linked to each other.
Oh, nice.
So if you guys split the party, you'll be able to communicate between yourselves, or if you need to ask one of us a direct question on something, it works that way as well.
Set off on your journey, and surprisingly, the roads are not that treacherous. On your journey along these roads, you find a few carriages broken over, a few areas where it seemed a small battle bout happened. A lot of these are showing references to what seems to be a mixture of the Thieves Guild and some of the Scalect Dominion soldiers. Eventually, as you reach near the coastal area, you reach a more semi-mountainous region, and as you push through, you reach an area where there is a fountain with a statue of a monk. You arrive at the old monastery.
Hype.
Let me know when you're loaded in.
I'm loaded.
I'm loaded.
I don't. Maybe I'm not reading this map right. So take a right at the giant bronze crisscross man, right?
Uh,
No.
I see a big a
Wait.
big building in front of us.
I need to
What
get
the
that from
fuck?
the car.
Oh wait, no, Byron's under. No, there's just Byron
Ah.
underneath Hop. Okay, there we go.
Oh my god.
I
You
need
mean
to get
hop
Dot
underneath Byron?
I need to get Dot. I need to get Dot. Thank you. I just need my comfort animal.
Emotional support whale dog.
Also, I need to attach Orochi to me.
Done. Map is yours. As you arrive, you see a statue slightly overgrown with some vegetation, but for the most part, flowing water and see a temple. Been through better days. The roof is collapsed in. The front door seems to be still sturdy. Some of the walls are quite well strong, but the roof's seen better days. The area here is very solemn, quiet. Feel alone.
And guess we are the first visitors in this place for a long time.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know if they're really accepting new students right now.
I'm gonna be looking at this tower. I think it looks pretty cool.
See, walk up to this fountain. There is actually some engravings upon it.
Ooh. I'd like to look.
Try to read them. Or can I do like some perception or something?
I'd like to look at them.
Nikki, I will take my leave for now. You guys have a continued good session. See you guys later.
Take care, bud.
See you, guys.
Alright. You see upon it reads in what languages do you guys all know, so I can make sure you guys can read it.
Hop knows Undercommon and Gripply
I know Celestial
and Ogwin.
and Ogwin.
Biran knows Druidic and Sylvan.
And
Alencia
Celestial.
knows Halfling and Infernal. I know Draconic, Abyssal, Elvish, Giant, and Void Speech.
Okay. Huh.
Koarl's a celestial being.
None of us can read
belongs
it.
to the stars.
No. That is actually wrong. You guys can't read it. Oh. This one would be... What's inside?
Oh.
Different language. That's okay. This one reads... When one is able to center one's mind, they're able to center one's body. Fulfill the mind, spirit, and body are as one, and then one can understand the gods.
Odds. That's what I'm trying to learn.
Horses.
I mean, I'm not as tall. I'm pretty centered.
I'd like
And
to
how
moisturize
walks off.
myself with the fountain.
Can I make some kind of check to see if like anything's passed through here recently? Place looks deserted, but like beast tracks or anything like that, wagon tracks.
Survival check.
Survival check.
Also, I said I was gonna, if I can, I would like to moisturize myself with the water in here.
Hell yeah, you can easily do that. Bubbles is also going to do the same thing.
Thank you.
She dips her hat in the water.
I dip my.
This blue is on top of her.
Yep.
I just take my entire bucket and I just leave it on my head, filled with water.
Absorption through osmosis. As you walk around this area, it has not been stepped in a very long time. You see tracks of animals that have passed through here, but not so much anything else.
It does seem like there hasn't been anyone here in a long time. Nothing but
Hey,
the
maybe-
local wildlife.
Maybe the wildlife learned monk.
I
Oh man,
believe
that'd
you did say
be
that this
cool.
was the secret
That'd be pretty cool.
temple or something.
Hop, make me a perception check. Making ribbit noises. Not like the greatest, but it wasn't a huge check anyways. As you're passing past this inscription, you notice that the inscription on the other side is different.
Wait, here's more.
On
Huh?
this side, it reads, "Mercy is the only way to true healing and forgiveness."
Wait, this is for Alencia.
Or what?
Kind of. This says something about mercy and healing. Isn't that your way?
I don't know what they would say for this. But
I would ask Bob.
the inscriptions here seem to be written by a old monastic monk that practiced the way of mercy. As you notice that there's maybe one new inscription, you walk around the rest of it.
Yeah.
I can give you the other two inscriptions. And they say this: "The gods grace us with their own type of mercy, the mercy of freedom without strain. We can use this. New prospects." Last one is this: "Mercy is for all, but forgiveness is for the sinners."
Interesting. Okay. So maybe this temple focused on the way of mercy. It seems like.
Indeed, it seems.
I would like to, Nikki. I would like to. This not important, but I was just gonna permit Bubbles with the piloting of Dot.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you get closer to the front doors of the monastic temple, you see along the archway of the door, you see poses of a monk. Different poses, almost like a dance.
Can I Hob wants to
but
mimic the dance.
Oh yeah. I will need you guys to roll me investigation.
Yes, my best skill.
Mine too.
The rest of you can help if you want.
Oh,
And I don't have a. Hey, Hop, you still have your reroll if you want to use that.
yeah, nah.
Not now. I feel like I'm gonna use it later in this temple.
Does Alencia get a roll?
Sorry, I keep forgetting.
No, that's all good. Just giving them a chance to learn for us because we can't roll for shit.
There's also Koarl.
Wait,
True.
what happened?
Investigate.
Investigation. Oh yeah.
Investigation. Oh, I'm pretty decent. In
Alencia and Hop.
Wait, Koarl needs.
near. Oh yeah, Koarl needs to as well.
Investigation.
Investigation. 21.
3 of you.
Yeah.
The other few are just kicking dirt around and mostly in awe of the place itself. The you three uncover magical, almost standing spot. A place for you to stand when doing this dance.
Oh.
of sorts.
Oh,
But on closer inspection, this one requires 2 people. It seems it needs a perfect sync of 2 monks to be able to use their body, mind, and soul using a dance to unlock a door.
Alencia.
Button puzzle.
Like an initiation thing. That's cool.
Alright.
Alright, Alencia, let's try.
And he's not.
Sure,
And
I'll
by the
help
way,
you.
Byron's not actually talking about the dance thing. He didn't see that. He's looking at 2 beetles ramming their heads together. Is this like an initiation thing? I think so. Oh, I'm just gonna keep looking at that.
Oh my god.
Next one's just like, oh, that one almost got him.
Oh no, he's not out of it yet. They're just placing bets.
Oh, yes, oh my god, are those 2 beetles fighting each other?
No, man. They're being legit about it. Give them a chance.
Okay. So which one's winning?
It's really up in the air right now.
Okay.
Just taking away from the main scene.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. This is the most amazing thing I've seen in my life.
Meanwhile.
Alright. I'm gonna allow you guys to do performance. But
Oh god.
a cool little thing about Foundry is when you click it, you can choose the ability modifier. I want you to choose either strength or dexterity, depending on which one is your... Or, okay, no, wait. Dex or wisdom, depending on which one is your more prominent stat as a monk.
This is perfect.
Okay.
Alencia's prominent stat is her wisdom.
Ugh.
That
It's
is...
Oh,
perfect
God.
sync. It's a perfect
Perfect
sync.
sync!
True!
Not
In
They
that-
did
perfect
so-
sync! They suck!
They did so
Uh,
mediocre. It was perfect.
Unfortunately, you both do it. Not perfectly, but you feel like you both are not fully in sync in general. So, you gonna have to try again.
They're not in sync, but they're in sync with each other.
They're
They
in
synced up
sync
to the
with-
wrong thing.
They're in sync with each other, but their mind, body, and souls are not in sync with the nature. Alright, let's try again, bud.
Oh my
Man,
god, that one just flipped it over.
wait, let me get this here.
You do have your reroll.
I reroll that. No, I don't fall on my face while dancing. I will use my thingy.
Alright.
Your,
My
inspiration! Carl's
I
getting
will not
inspiration
fall
looking
on
at
my
these
face.
beetles, wrestle each other.
Wait.
A momentary
Oh my
lapse
god,
in
that one just flipped it
time.
over.
Please let me. Yes.
Oh yeah, duality.
Alright.
Oh.
Almost within perfect sync, you watch as Hop and Alencia actually both start having a almost glow upon them as they instinctively make this dance of ki and body and mind. And then they, at the end, touch hands. Very hard to explain this.
Degeneracy.
Wait. How tall is Alencia?
She's
Carl
pretty
covers his
tall.
eyes. I was told that they were 6 feet.
I'm.
Isn't she 6 feet?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like 6 feet tall.
Let's say their astral selves, which are equal height, come out.
No. Better this way.
It's funnier.
As if they're placing their hands on a wall that's right next to them. One hand below the elbow, the other hand above the elbow, almost like an L shape, both on the left-hand side, and for Hop on the right-hand side.
Okay, that makes sense.
Almost as if their hands would be touching the wall or each other. But when they do that and complete it, you hear a as the doors open themselves, and each of the runes glow with each step of the dance. Both of them ending here.
Yo, we crushed it, Alencia.
I wonder.
Yeah, we did.
High five!
I will jump up and high five.
Sorry.
Do you think we can keep these?
He's gonna pick up the
my
beetles.
One of the beetles knocks the other beetle over upside down, and then the beetle like goes in for the kill, and then just as he's about to like ram his horn into like the gut of the other bug, Koarl walks up and picks them both up. Oh wait, what?
No, look at the chat.
I want to
I was so close, man. Yeah, all right.
Should I keep them?
The door in front of you is open.
I mean, if you
Inside you
want
see
to, I
a
mean,
dark halls.
Koarl takes the beetles into protective custody so they don't kill each other.
Well, we're not gonna see much from it from here on. Let's go in.
Oh, you got the door open. Nice job. Guys.
Yeah, we danced a little.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Probably look nice.
So you walk in, a sense of peace almost washes over you as you step through the door. This place is sacred. So you walk through the halls of destroyed, seemingly tables, urns, and other things. You see statues, some still, for the most part, showing prominent figures with mats of meditation and prayer near them. This place looks both abandoned and ravaged. You stop for a moment,
Damn.
wanting to go. You feel yourself drawn this way, but as you step out here, you feel yourself hit something. Like a almost literal wall.
Dunk.
Ow, my nose. And
Oh,
Hop's gonna like touch in front of him.
You touch, and almost like the air itself almost shimmers where your hand presses against.
What the hell?
And she cracks her knuckles.
No,
There isn't a wall I can't break.
but please don't hit it.
Charles and the wagon are not actually gone. I'm just deleting them temporarily.
Okay.
So the camera fixes itself.
Quick question: does Hop still has that madness thing where he hears like that one detriment that makes it so he hears like ominous voices sometimes, right? And Biran's sick like perpetually.
Yeah.
He's got a cold. Does that feeling go away when we enter here, like it did when we entered that one town?
Here, Your sickness still is there, but you don't have the... It feels it's more like on pause rather than...
The two of my
Oh
spell
man, I'm
slots
stuck on that
disappear.
sneeze. I'm gonna have that forever.
For Hop, however, nothing is different.
Okay.
As you look ahead, you see what seems to be some bookshelves and things that seem to have some scrolls, but a lot of burnt books and destroyed things around.
Hop will go to Itchi and like tuck her armor.
Huh?
Hey Itchi,
What?
I really want to get in there, but I don't think we should break anything, you know? I mean, it's an ancient place after all.
It's a wall made of air. You shouldn't break anything else.
Well, but I think there must be something behind it, like maybe those statues have something in mind. There was one holding a hand out and something. Maybe
Yes, what are you doing?
And maybe
Donk.
use your sight.
Oop,
oh
that wasn't
okay.
supposed to happen.
I look at the wall.
His face flattens against the wall as he walks into it.
My mouse glitched out.
Oh
Right.
god. I will.
Someone misplaced their wall.
Yeah, there's a wall.
Uh,
I will look with my Cerealis' sight at the wall if I see anything more.
Well, nothing to see here.
Be right back.
Gotta go to the bathroom quickly. Back now. Alright. So, what, you convinced Itchi not to smash wall?
I look at the wall with my Cerealis' sight. If I see anything more than just air, I guess.
Carl's face is flat up against it, looking through, trying to peer in.
I don't think that's how it works, Carl. But good try.
I can see something in the corner now.
So what do you see?
You see, it's very hard to see without any light, but you see tables and what seems to be bookshelves with stuff on them, but some of the things look oddly shaped slash probably destroyed. A lot of things further deeper in, it's hard to tell, but maybe they're statues.
Well, Hop is using Cerealis sight.
Yeah.
Carl pulls his face against
I
the
want to
light.
look at the air, I guess, that I'm touching.
Oh, you
If I
see,
see anything more.
you see a barrier
Carl's
in front of you. It is now
There's-
opaque.
There's like an opaque barrier in front of us.
You look around and it's not going around behind you, it's going around the entire room itself.
And it's not like it like goes around the whole room.
I'm gonna pull my face from it, and it's gonna sound like a plunger.
Yeah.
It's just gonna leave with a very loud pop.
Well,
I
do you see
haven't been
anything
able to
connecting?
make popping sounds since I got my lip ring.
Actually,
No, can't.
Try. Well, do you see anything in this room that connects to it?
I
You
don't
see any
do I?
other adjacent rooms, no. At least you can't see from this direction.
No,
And
the-
nothing where the barrier comes from or anything.
Yeah, there's
It's just there.
You're unsure where its origin is from. Probably not
No,
here.
Can I
Or
make like an
inside
Arcana
that
check?
room.
Can I make an
I don't
Arcana
see
check?
it.
Egg would like to make an Arcana check.
Go ahead.
Okay, just to 22.
22.
22?
22.
With a 22, well, this is some
He
type
presses his face
of
back up against it.
protection barrier. It doesn't seem to be... It is magical, but not in the arcane or proper arcane sense. This doesn't seem to be a barrier made by any wizard or sorcerer.
Huh. So someone did misplace their wall.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
yeah, he says that would muffle up against the barrier.
So can I take a crack at the barrier now?
Can I try one thing first? And
Step
Hop
back.
Hop will like lay his hand on the barrier, and he tries to like flow out some key from him against the barrier, I guess. If that helps.
You're both attempting. Alright. Ooh, I guess you could technically.
Oh.
So how are you? Are you just gonna punch it?
No, I'm not. I'm laying my hand on it and like let my key flow into
Oh,
it.
that's right. You have the fucking martial art that lets you break shit.
World Breaker.
Hey, Alencia. Since you have rank
That's
2.
also that's also. But first, I want to see like if they just only allow like key users, I guess, like monks in there.
You flow your
The
key.
key.
The barrier ripples, but nothing seems to happen.
Hmm.
Perhaps
Man.
there is a different way of unlocking this barrier.
Well, can I take my shot now?
I'm gonna step back now.
I don't know if that's the way, but I don't think I can stop you either. So
Cracks neck. All right then.
Carl's gonna step back from the magical wall that could explode.
Dex save.
Dex save. Got it.
Like all of us, or just her?
Oh, just her.
Okay.
she dies.
Fair. As a fist comes out of the barrier, as your hammer collides with it, a giant fist punches you.
Ah!
I knew something bad would happen.
And
Oh,
you are
oh
sent,
my god!
You are
That's-
sent like
oh, shit.
10 feet backwards, but you're also punched in the face.
I told you
Oh,
it's
you're
not a good
dead?
idea.
What the heck was that?
The only person who seen the fist was Hop and Itchi anyways. Because you guys were
Yeah,
still
we just
using your
saw-
sight.
Yeah, we just saw Itchi fly back. I was like, what the? I was just looking at the statue.
Yeah, it flies back into like crashing into the already destroyed table, making more of them.
I do have a question though.
Yeah.
Like, how much of this can I actually see, considering that I have wizard sight?
It's a barrier that you can't see with like you wouldn't be able to see it. No. It's
Okay, so
different type of barrier. It's not.
okay, so I can't see it.
Properly
'Cause it's not
magical.
arcane.
Alright.
Yeah.
Itchi will pop the blah.
just drinks it.
Yeah.
I'm going
okay.
to try and help her up, even though I'm like a quarter of her height.
6 points of
Well,
healing.
Byron, there's a barrier, and Itchi said she's gonna punch it. I said don't. She did anyway, and she got punched by the barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, good on you for the attempt.
Well, in this case, I am obviously outmatched.
I think he was trying to
Alencia!
return the favor.
Alencia, you can break magical stuff, right?
I wonder what
Shifts
happens if you hug the
glasses.
barrier.
I haven't tried yet.
Well, here's your opportunity. We're in a monk temple. It's time to learn your monk ways.
I want to wait till Nooya actually does get back for them to actually do this themselves.
Makes
If that
sense.
is okay.
While we're waiting, can I hug the barrier?
You plaster your arms. You can't really wrap your arms around it, but you can like.
It's not wrapped around. It's basically just flat against it.
Yeah,
but, you know,
yeah. You can.
we'll call it a hug for now.
You can hold up flat against it. You. You know those like rubber toys that you can like slowly press against a window, and they just
Yeah.
start spreading across it.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
that's what Koarl looks like.
So what are Byron and Nexturf doing?
Yeah, what are they doing?
Looking upon these statues, these look to be something that you probably weren't expecting, Byron. They're depictions of farseers, similar to you're looking at your star map, and there are 2 of them have constellations that are actually on it, representing 2 of the farseers.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. What about the last one? If there's 2 Farseers, and what's the last one look like?
The last one has an unfamiliar symbol of an Ouroboros snake with a dagger through it.
Does it look anything like the thing that I saw when I looked at my star map with the monocle?
No.
Oh, okay.
The one on the left-hand side is the symbol of Scorpio, which would be the god of secrets. And the other one is Tyr, god of travel and freedom, the ancestral sign of Sagittarius. And that's what this one and this one represent. This one seems to represent probably something to do with the Oros dynasty, seeing as that's kind of the kingdom you're in. This one represents not the god, but a man.
A man.
Iron's gonna reach into his bag and pull out that one tome that Itchi kept bothering him about. The one that had like, didn't that have like a history of the Oros dynasty? The Oros dynasty that they wanted to keep hidden.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna look through that. He's gonna see if there's anything in there that might kind of give something away. I remember something about this. Maybe not exactly, but could help.
Nice healing, bro. Where'd
Yeah.
get it?
The
Slowly,
Zeras
slowly.
family, so spelled like that, the Zeras. The Zeras family were a family of monks, or at least started off as. Their symbol was an Ouroboros snake with a special dagger that was forged by them into the symbolizing the unionship of the Oros dynasty and the Xeris family. A family of elves and half-elves that traditionalized a lot of monastic arts like the Way of Mercy, Long Death, and the Kensei. Through these traditions, they became sort of shadow knights and, well, the earliest clerics, as they were ones who taught healing as well as tactics and warfare. But not every member of the Xeris family was righteous. Eventually, the family was down to one last heir, Tenebris. She was the last of the Long Death monks. She perfected a technique that managed to render one's soul, body, and mind called the Absolute Death.
It shudders at reading that. Oh, gosh. I don't like the sound of that at all.
But it also depicts that her family made several different types of monastic arts in the different, some in the Kensei and some in the Mercy. The Long Death ones seem to have been long lost or supposedly stolen by one of the members. It is hard to say.
So who's this man?
Can I like
Make me a
Investigate this.
history check.
history?
That's
intelligence.
yeah.
Oh, that's intelligence. I'm good at intelligence.
I'm not.
No,
I'm
worry, I believe you.
intelligente.
I have pretty big brain. I think sometimes.
You indeed have.
I think I have a pretty big brain.
Enlighten me, Cole.
He's gonna step up here, and then he's gonna try and. He's just looking up at it, trying to like get like a general feel of everything. Trying to remember if he's been told anything from his elders about anything like this.
This statue depicts of a old monk. One that seems to be, or at least once was, revered as not a god, but as a philosopher. The first Mercy monk.
Shit.
The name, unfortunately, has been lost to time. But perhaps this place still has it within its walls, the memories. No one is really sure what the man was. Some say he was a human. Some say he was an elf or a gith. Some say he was a half tabaxi that hid his features, or a changeling that changed their features. It's unsure what they were, but whom they were. It is spread through tradition.
So This is the first
Uh,
ever mercy monk, I think. I don't. This is kind of
Oh.
odd. But
Interesting.
yeah.
So you think we find stuff about him here?
Perhaps, maybe.
I'm gonna try and fiddle at these like little
Yeah.
things.
what's
Same.
strange, Koarl, is memorizing about your books you've read. You swear it had a name. You swear it was written. 100%.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have my book on the ground
And-
and be flipping through it, trying to remember everything. Like trying to remember.
Like this would have
see if
been
I've
like,
written it down.
but like each time you look, try to like memorize that page, that book. It's almost as if the word doesn't exist. The name was taken.
Because you just see Koarl looking through his book like he has something in there, but it's gone.
If your character may have written it down, it's now a spot where it could have been. It's just blank, as if nothing was written there, but something could have been out of place.
That's weird.
What's up, Carl?
I could have sworn I'd written this down. It seemed pretty important, as I was told.
Maybe you just forgotten it.
Probably.
What are these?
Yeah, that's what he
Those
was
are
looking
sitting
at.
mats. You pray on them. Or meditate.
I thought he was actually just going to like pray on it. I was
Sorry,
like,
that was me that moved him.
Oh,
Yeah, but I want to do it anyway. I'm just gonna sit there and meditate. When he said that's probably. Oh, actually, he would get Alencia first, and then say maybe we should do that here because I mean, first Mercy Monk makes kind of sense.
All right. They,
Koarl doesn't really understand, but he's gonna just sit here, still looking through his book, trying to find it.
Also, one strange thing between the three of these statues, this is the only one that wears a mask. It is a mask that looks like it's kind of... looks like a mask that looks like it was made of glass that's broken and parts look kind of floaty.
So
It's
kind of like the
supposed
one
to look, yes, it looks very similar to the mask that you have found, except for made as a statue, and the floaty parts are just still part of the statue. They're still connected through like it's more like an optical illusion. They're floating.
Mm-hmm.
Can I check to see if the mask was added on after the fact?
It looks like it's all as one.
What are you talking about? What we're doing or what you guys are doing?
Over here.
Oh, okay.
It is very possible that at one point in time the masks used to symbolize and represent something else. Probably eventually turned to heresy, made into a completely different use. As you sit and meditate, you feel yourselves drifting away for a moment. Pop and Alencia find themselves awakening in a different place altogether. I think that is where we'll have to end today's session. Because I need Alencia here for the rest of it.
God damn it!
And
God damn it!
I mean, this
know.
was gonna be the same way last week either way. So it's like,
Yeah, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, you do need your teammates here for certain things because they are a monk, and this is a.
Yeah, I thought so.
So this is gonna need the both of you. This may be a mercy temple, but this also requires the both of you as monks because there's a lot of duality here in this temple. It'll be fun to explore. Well, end of things. Thank you for the resubscription, Seviroth.
Yes. Also, there's fan art that you can actually show this
Yeah.
time.
It's
Yeah.
fan art.
Man,
There's what Koarl could look like as an adult, and then
he turned into a string bean.
string bean
Fuck.
into breakdancing
Oh God.
and just chilling with himself, his younger self.
Man.
Long
Very
boy.
Long boy.
Long,
Loud.
bro. He's like a noodle.
How do all the Ripleys look like?
Hmm?
How do all the Grippleys look like?
Ripley's just look like frog people. They can be tall, big, thick,
Thick.
very string beanie. It all depends. They come in all different shapes and sizes. Same with the Koarls too. I mean, we have like a couple of Koarls that are literally like just big hulking barbarians.
Man, I'm so glad I could finally choose what I wanted Koarl to fucking be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for next session, as well as we
Same.
are slowly reaching the end of Deal Breakers. We're almost there. They're still in their final boss fight. It's been 2 sessions.
getting their asses kicked, I might say.
Little bit,
Damn.
but I still have high hopes for them. Always.
Yeah, they probably have it. They're no problem. They'll be fine.
Secondary thing, the king on that retrospect, King's Blade. If Deal Breakers isn't finished in the next week or so, I might start King's Blade early. Because I'll have time to be able to make their maps and stuff, as well as the Runeworks maps before Deal Breakers is over. So I might have King's Blade starting up here maybe in 2 weeks, or maybe 3-ish. We'll see. As well as Rise of the Katernas signups are still ongoing. So, if you're interested. Because I'll be doing roll-ups for that. And then I think at the end of Curse of the Ice Fields, which I think is a little bit longer of a time frame. And then, yeah. And then we'll be actually moving into phase 2. Well, phase 3, technically. It's the end of
I
IR.
can't wait to just whip out Long Boy Koarl.
Long Boy Koarl. And it will actually
Yeah,
start
dude.
the time skip, which will be skipping a few years in the future. Not very long, but a couple of the campaigns will go through a interesting time dilation. Fun times. But thank you all for joining us for today's session of Rebellion of the True Heir. And
Thank you for being here,
indeed.
bitch.
Thank you all for
Bye.
coming. Thank you all for the subscriptions, the follows. I really appreciate it, and it helps me grow and continue what I'm doing. Absolutely love what
Yeah,
I do.
you better follow. You better follow her.
Thank you all.
Indeed.
Huggies, and you all have a wonderful,
Bye.
wonderful time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Good night.